Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Namaste. Am I audible?
Namaste, sir. Yeah, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I take 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sir. Just wait.
Hare Rama Rama Rama.
Namaste. Audible? Namaste, sir. Hello. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Today, we are honored to have Dr. Manjunath Gururaj, Senior Associate Professor at SVASA University, Bangalore, to explore the profound topic of Vedanga, six limbs of Vedic knowledge. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Manjunath Gururaj, yoga philosopher, Ayurveda Pandit, yoga anatomy master, Vedantin, Sanskrit expert, psychologist, and well versed in ancient science of astrology and astronomy. Sir was born and brought up in traditional Vedic way of life. He is the favorite disciple of Dr. Bannanje Govindacharya, a well-known Sanskrit scholar and practical philosopher. With him, Dr. Manjunatha has developed his practical and experiential approach in teaching and spirituality. He only teaches what he practices and has explored an optimal approach to combine ancient knowledge and modern science. As a teacher of teachers, he has initiated thousands of yoga practitioners to take a path of teaching and spread yogic culture around the world. Let's welcome Dr. Manjunatha Gurraj and learn from insight on Vedanga and explore the depth of Vedic knowledge together. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Yes, yes, yes. Namaste. So, to all the Jignasus here, those who are interested in knowing the knowledge. So, this gives me immense pleasure to be online with you all. More than some 20 students are there. Yeah. Some of them joined 19. Now it is looking only 9.
Sir, we are displaying in smart board. So all students
Oh,
are
yes, yes,
gathered.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So thank you once again to all of you for giving me this opportunity, especially Dr. Puneet Raghavendra, who happens to be my colleague actually in my university. So once again, I thank him and all, even Dr. Arpit also, for giving me this opportunity to meet you all online on the topic of exploring Vedanga. Exploring Vedanga and its significance in this study of yoga, especially. So, here where I want to explore Vedangas in the vision of yoga. How in yoga this Vedangas are going to be very helpful. So, this happens to be the most important need of the hour, actually. So, to start with that, let us begin with the prayer. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahabhiryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah. Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah. स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So, invoking the divine blessings of the great Rishimunis and as well as the Almighty. So, we are into the concept of Veda and Vedanga. First, Vedas. Only with Vedas, only Vedanga is possible to learn. Vedangas are coming from Vedas only. Vedas, nothing but I will go to the root word of the word Veda, with to know, with gnane, to know. That's why Veda means knowledge, to know. So, in that concept of Vedas, what are these Vedangas? Vedanga means it is the limbs of the knowledge, we can say. Anga means limb. Veda means knowledge. It is the limbs of knowledge. So that which really going to help us, that which is going to really help us in understanding it in a better way, the knowledge. So that is where Vedangas are going to come into picture. Vedangas, there are six Vedangas are mentioned in our knowledge system. So these Vedangas are going to help us to know the knowledge in a better way. That is why they are called as Vedangas. So these Vedangas are nothing but they are the limbs, as already mentioned. This is going to comprise of six essential disciplines actually. Six essential disciplines, that which is very, very crucial for studying our ancient scriptures. So all the scriptures, including Vedas, the division of Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, the divisions of the Vedas, and even the further division of the Vedas like Samhita. Each Veda contains Brahmana, Samhita, Aranyaka, and Upanishad. Understanding all this, how do we understand each Vedic subdivision? Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upanishad. So Upanishad seems to be the cream of all the Vedic wisdom. Upanishad, how do we understand all this? Only with these Vedangas only we can understand these important aspects of the Vedic knowledge. So it happens to be the foundation for all our Hinduism texts and as well as yoga texts. So this includes, by not wasting time, I will directly jump into the six Vedangas, as all of you might know it. You might be in initial first year, second year, or third year, whatever the year you are, whether you are in final year or in clinical side. So you need to know how to apply these Vedangas in the concept of clinical yoga. Yes, then only the importance of Vedangas will be successful. Otherwise, you can study it in Vedanta also. Vedanta also needs Vedangas. Because to understand what is Vedanta, you need Vedanga. In that Vedanta, yoga is also a part of that. Because we have six systems of philosophy. Sankhya Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purva Mimamsa, and Uttara Mimamsa. So these are the six important systems of philosophy where yoga philosophy is also an important stream where we need to understand yoga in a better way. Means Vedanga study is very much necessary. Without knowing the Vedanga, you cannot understand what is yoga. So therefore, these are the six important aspects of Vedangas. Shiksha. One is Shiksha, Then second one is Chandas. Third one is Vyakarana. Fourth one is Nirukta. Then fifth one is Jyotisha. And sixth one is Kalpa. Sixth one is Kalpa. Just a minute, please. Sir, namaste. ನಾನೊಂದು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. 12 o'clock ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ ಕಾಲ್? Sure. Yes. Yes, sir. I'm on. Okay, sir. I will call you. So this is going to be the most important aspects of this Veda. Vedanga, and the Vedanga, Chandas, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Jyotisha, Kalpa, and Shiksha happens to be the most important aspects of understanding yoga concept also. Understanding yoga concepts very well, we need Vedanga study. Let us dwell directly into these Vedangas. Before that, I hope that all the concepts of Vedas, divisions of Vedas are known already. Vedas are divided by Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa is the Rishi. Vedavyasa is the personality who divided the Vedas. That's why he is called as Vedavyasa. So the adjective of the word Vedavyasa, it is applying to him only. Otherwise, his original name is Krishna Dvaipayana, as already know. That is the Namakarana done by the parents Satyavati and Parashara Rishi. But for that name, this added adjective like Veda Vyasa happens to be the work because of the division of the Vedas. Otherwise, before Vyasa Maharshi, Vedas were one. Vedas were single. It was single. It was not divided. People at that time during Dwapara Yuga and earlier Yuga like Treta, they were able to understand the Vedas in one as a part. It was not necessary to divide. But in Kali Yuga, Vedavyasa Rishi thought that yes, in Kali Yuga people are going to be Mandamati. That is why they had to know it in a simpler way. In just 5,000 years, 5,127 years completed in this Kali Yuga. So that is the reason why Vedavyasa Rishi divided the Vedas to make it simple as possible. Therefore, he divided the Vedas, which were in single unit, into 4. That is Rukshaka, Yajushaka, Samashaka, and Atharva Shaka. These are the 4 shakas. Moola Vedas are only 3. Trayi Vedaha, Vedatrayi, Ruk, Yajus, and Sama. Ruk, Sama, Yajurevacha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also. Ruk, Sama, Yajurevacha. Rigveda, Samaveda, and Yajurveda. Only 3. Atharva Veda Krishna does not say. That means only Vedas are 3. But its divisions are 4. Rukshaka, Yajushaka, Samashaka, Atharva Shaka. That is the purpose of division of this. Then what are these Vedas? Vedas, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, or Atharva Veda. I will tell you in short, Vedas are nothing but literature. Literatures are written only in 2 ways, either prose or poetry. You cannot write it in any other way. Either you have to write it in a Gadya Bhaga or Padya Bhaga. Rigveda happens to be the Padya. It is in the poetic form. Rigveda happens to be in the poetic form. That's why it is Padya Bhaga of knowledge. And Yajurveda is Gadya Bhaga. Yajurveda is prose. It is in a prose form. It is not in a poetic way. Very big, long sentences are there. For example, Rigveda mantras, I will just tell you. The first mantra of Rigveda is Agnimi Ile Purogitai Yajnasya Deva Mritvijam Hota Aram Ratnadhatamam. It happens only. This is in a Padya form. It is in a Gayatri Chandas. So Chandas are very much necessary in Rigveda way. Whereas in Yajurveda, it is a long sentence. Om Ishet Urjitva Vayavasto Payavastar Devovas Savita Prarpayatu श्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मण आप्यायध्वमग्निया देवभागमूर्जस्वती पयस्वती प्रजापतिरनमीवा अयक्ष्मामावस्तेन गीषत मागशगंसो रुद्रस्य हेति परिवोरुणक्त ध्रुवा अस्मिन् गोपदौ स्यात भक्वीर यजमानस्य पशून् पाहि. This is one sentence, long sentence. So this is in prose form. Just I am giving you the introduction of what Vedas means. Many people, they know, yes, Vedas we know, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharva Veda, but what is there in that? Nobody knows. So this is the most important purpose of this seminar or webinar, is to make you understand what is there basically. That basic understanding of Vedas, Vedangas, Vedanta, everything is very important. If that you are understood now in this 1 hour session, then I think this time is very, very successful and fruitful. So therefore, Rigveda is poetic way. Yajurveda is prose form. For the same Padya or Gadya, if you add Gana, it becomes a Sama. Samaveda is not a new Veda. There are no new knowledge mantras in Samaveda. The same mantras which are there in Rigveda or Yajurveda, for the same Rigveda, Yajurveda, if you add Gana, it becomes a Sama. The divisions of Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, for the whole world of music, the root is Samaveda, whether it is Indian music or Western music. So therefore, these are the divisions. Rigveda had 24 divisions when he divided Vedas, Vedavyasa. Yajurveda had 101 divisions. Samaveda had 1000 divisions. Atharva Veda had 12 divisions. Very, very important. This is what is, that is 24 plus 101 plus 1000 plus 12. So these were the divisions when Vedavyasa Rishi divided the Veda. But at present, we don't have that many divisions at all. In Rigveda, out of 24 divisions, we are having only 3. 21 is lost. During the time of Patanjali, 3,500 years ago, 3 were lost. 21 was remaining. Now 21 is lost, only 3 is remaining. Ashwalayana, Bhaskala Samhita, Shakala Samhita. Only 3 out of in Rigveda. 24 is lost. In 24, 21 is lost and only 3 are remaining. In Yajurveda, out of 101 division Shakhas, 96 are lost, only 5 is remaining. I'm not going into the details of that. But in Samaveda, it is going to surprise you, and horribly we have lost out of 1000 divisions. 997 is lost, only 3 is remaining. Jaiminiya, Kauthumiya and Ranayaniya. Only 3 divisions of Samaveda is remaining. Only Jaiminiya Paddhati is only remaining. Kauthumiya and Ranayaniya is also very rare. So that's why Samaveda, out of Atharva Veda divisions 12, 11 is lost and only 1 is remaining. So therefore, out of all this, only 12 is remaining. What was earlier? You add all those numbers, even that 12. 2 plus 1, 3. Now also what is remaining is 2 plus 3 only. 2 plus 1, 3. Therefore, Veda Trayi. Trayi Vedaha. That's why Trayi Vedaha. You know, understand. Now understand why Vedas are only 3. Trayi Vedaha means this is how mathematically we can conclude to the Vedas as only 3. But its divisions are 4. Rikshaka, Yajushaka, Samashaka, Atharvashaka. To understand these Vedic shakhas, Pratishakhas, we have these Vedangas. Vedangas include, as I told you, Shiksha. What do you mean by Shiksha? Shiksha means phonetics. In Taittiriya Upanishad, we get this. Shiksham Vyaakhyasyavaha Varnasvaraha Matra Balam Samasantanaha Yutyukta Shikshadhyaya. This is how it is going to give us. Ityukta Shikshadhyaya. This is what is Shiksha. Varnasvaraha Matra Balam Samasantanaha. This is how the understanding of the Vedic division or Vedanga Shiksha is going to help us. Shiksha means in English or in a better language, what we now understand, phonetics we can call it as. We can call it as phonetics. Phonetics are pronunciation style and pronunciation techniques. All those are coming under phonetics shiksha. How do you pronounce the whole akshara varnamala? How do you pronounce the words? And how do you pronounce the mantras along with intonations, swara, like udatta, anudatta, swarita, all these swaras, along with that, learning this phonetics of a language is called as shiksha. So this is how shiksha is going to help us. That is why in Taittiriya Upanishad, in the first Valli itself, okay, Shikshavalli it is called as. Shikshavalli, Brahmanandavalli, Bhruguvalli. These are the three divisions of Taittiriya Upanishad. So Taittiriya Upanishad Shakhaye, so the first important thing is Shiksha. That is why Shikshavalli it is mentioned. It is going to tell you the rules and regulation of the word, of the language. How do you pronounce? So that is where it starts with this. Shiksham Vya Akyasyamaha. Varna and Swara. You need to know. Varna and Swara. Matra Balam. Matra. The which matra? How many matra? Whether it is one matra kala, two matra kala, three matra kala, all these in Vedic wisdom, when you chant Vedic mantras, you are supposed to know this matra kala. That's why matra balam, it is told. Matra bala means that gives the strength to the language. Sama santana. When you add this sama, that is gana, then the mantras are really going to speak. Santana means speech. Santana means what? That is where mantras are going to give you the meaning. That is why Shiksha. Shiksha happens to be the first and foremost important Vedanga here. So, therefore, Vyakarana, to have that Vyakarana next, then you need to have Shiksha first. Shiksha, Vyakarana. Now let us go to this Vyakarana. What is this Vyakarana? Vyakarana is Karana. Karana means it is like, it is the rules and regulations in all the understanding of the words, and as well as how the formation of the words are going to happen. What is the rule? For that, Vyakarana is a must. Vyakarana means grammar, we can call it roughly. Vyakarana means grammar, grammarian, or we have grammarians for each one of our language. For Samskrita Bhasha, Panini is considered as the number one grammarian, and we are going to follow his path only, or whatever the sutras, Paniniya sutras, which are given, that only we are going to imply to the language of Samskrita, starting from Maheshwara Sutrani, grammar. I think everyone know in your yoga course in BNYS, you are supposed to learn first language, Samskrita language. In that, grammar is also a part of that. In that grammar, Maheshwara Sutrani you are going to learn. I wundrulru kevon ayauch lan hayavarat lan yamagadanam jabai gadadas jabagadadas kapachatata chatato kapaisha sasar hal iti Maheshwara Sutrani chaturdasha 14 Maheshwara Sutras are there. So all these sutras are there in the form of aphorisms. Those aphorisms are going to help you to understand the language, apply the language, Samskrita language, in a better way for communication. See, language, Samskrita is a language, that's all, nothing else. You can understand language. Language has no barrier. It does not belong to any religion. Please note it. Language is a language which is understood and studied and propagated everywhere, all over the world, irrespective of caste, creed, country, and religion. It is not related to any religion. Please take it out from your mind. Samskrita, if you have that in your mind that only it is a Hindu bhasha, no. Samskrita is learnt and very widely propagated by other people other than Bharatiyas. You can know now that as many as people from outside the country, they know better Samskrita than the people living in this land. Germans are very well versed now. There are many people who are well versed in Samskrita. They speak Samskrita. Oh, it is a shame on our part that being a Bharatiya, we don't know or well versed. We are not well versed in Samskrita. They have. I have many Russian friends also who are speaking Samskrita in a very beautiful way. So this is how Vyakarana or grammar. Why I'm telling you is just come out of that notion that Samskrita is belonging to only Bharatiya. No, but Samskrita got originated from Bharata Bhumi, definitely. But it is spreading its tentacles everywhere, all over the world, from America to Australia, from Russia to Antarctica, definitely. North, east, south, up, everywhere. Samskrita is being propagated. So, for that Samskrita knowledge, you need to have only the Shraddha to learn the language. That's it. Samskrita, Deva Bhasha, it is mentioned. Yes, so what? Samskrita is considered as Deva Bhasha or Girvana Bhasha. That is where Samskrita comes into picture here. So Vyakarana is grammar. Grammar is going to help us to strengthen the language. How you strengthen the language? Only by grammar. If a language does not have any grammar, then it becomes non-communicable. You cannot communicate. You cannot use the tense, bhakti, okay, pratyaya, and all this. So Vyakarana is the one which gives the rules and guidelines for a word formation. Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Bhakti, Vibhakti. So in all the Vibhaktis, in the word, how do you pronounce? Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Ramayana, Ramabhyam, Ramai, Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramai. Oh, Ramat Ramabhyam Ramebhyah Ramasya Ramayoho Rama Ramana Rame Ramayoho Rameshu. Hey Rama, hey Rama, hey Rama. This is Rama Shabda. This is what how it can be used in first tense, that is Pratama Bhakti, Vibhakti, okay, Dvitiya Vibhakti, Tritiya Vibhakti, like this. So this is only Vyakarana. So Vyakarana is going to give you the beauty to the language. That is why it is called as grammar. And Panini happens to be the main personality. Okay, now Shiksha is over, Vyakarana is over. Now for Chandas, coming to the Chandas. Chandas is something where Chandaha Chandamsi. Chanda means in Kannada we speak this word, Bala Chanda ittodu. And in Chanda, that is the beauty. Again, that which gives beauty to the language. Grammar, I said, that is the rules, discipline, and the do's and don'ts in that Vyakarana. But the Chandas means meter. We can call it as meter. Meter. Meter means where the shlokas or the mantras are constructed based on this meter only. Chandas. Chandaha is the beauty. Only that Chandas is going to give us it is like an instrument, like a meter, through which you can communicate any topic. Any topic is being communicated through Chandas. That is only through meters. How many Chandasas are there? Very important. In Vedas, in Vedic wisdom, Chandas, that is meter. It starts from Gayatri Chandas. Gayatri, 24 letter syllable. 24 syllables are there in Gayatri. Even in Gayatri Mantra also. I know, all of you know what is Gayatri Mantra is. Gayatri Mantra is Guru Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitrarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayate. So, Actual Gayatri is Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Count the letters here. Tat Sa Vi Tuhu Varenyam. Okay. Vareniyam. 8 letters. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. 8. Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. 8. 8 3s are 24. That is where Gayatri. So Gayatri mantra is also in Gayatri Chandas only. That is how 24 syllables. Now I'm going to communicate this to how in Vedas, how in anatomy. Oh, what has got Chandas to do with anatomy? Anatomy of human body. You would have never heard actually. Is it not? This is the way how you study anatomy and physiology. How do you understand? You understand anatomy and physiology of the human body in better understanding how yoga can be understood in a better way. Is it not? You study 1.5 year anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, then microbiology, pathology, everything. Yes, PNSM, everything. You learn clinical naturopathy, every emergency medicine, including forensic, everything you learn. But the basic is anatomy. Basic is anatomy, physiology. Where Chandas is going to matter here. This Vedanga knowledge, how it is going to help you in better understand yoga. I'm telling you, this 24 letter Gayatri Chandas, which happens to be the first Chandas meter, on which even the first Veda mantra, what I told you just now, Agnimi Ile Purohitai. See, Agnimile Purohitam. 8. Yagnasya Deva Mritwijam. 8. Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. 8. See, the Rigveda, which is going to start with the first mantra, Agnimile Purohitam, that is also structured in that mantra in Vedic, that is Gayatri Chandas. So Gayatri happens to be 24. How we can compare it in anatomy? This is very important. How many vertebrae you have? Tell me. 7 cervical vertebrae. Is it not? 12 thoracic vertebrae and 5 lumbar. These are the only vertebrae which are separate. I'm not talking about fused vertebrae. That is sacral, coccygeal. They are all fused. Don't connect. Don't consider those things. Only these are the 24 vertebrae which are resembling to 24 letters of Gayatri Chandas. Now, is it not really wondering? Nobody taught you in anatomy. This how these Vedangas are connected to anatomy. This is very important. I have been doing this, connecting ancient science like Vedas, Vedangas, spirituality to modern science like anatomy, physiology. I've been doing. Our Dr. Punit, he knows very well. So this is how the 24 Chandas letters of Gayatri is connected to this 24 vertebrae. 7 plus 12, 19 plus 5, 24. Starting from Atlas and Axis. Remaining are all C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, T1 to T12, L1 to L5, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. That is, they are the one separate vertebrae. 24 is the Tattva. That is the number which is connecting Vedangas to the human body, and to human body to the existence, the very existence of this creation of this human body. 24 tattvas, Chaturvimshati tattvas. I hope you have studied already the philosophy of yoga, where we say Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Tanmatra, Pancha Mahabhuta, 20. Done. Then Mano Buddhi Ahankara Chitta. That becomes 24. These are the base of these 24 tattvas. 24 tattva is considered as very, very important for the existence of the human being. The same 24 tattvas are compared to 24 vertebrae. 24 vertebrae are compared to 24 letters of the Gayatri Chandas. What a beautiful way. This is how connecting the ancient with the modern. So beautiful. This is how Chandas is going to help us. Just 24, I told you the beauty of Chandas and how we can apply this knowledge of Vedanga in connecting to anatomy, in connecting to yoga. This is only yoga. Is it not? Yoga means bridging the gap between the modern and the ancient. There is no one to bridge the gap. They are all separate. They are like parallel tracks. They are running. Modern people, they know only science. They don't know what is ancient script or ancient spirituality and all. But ancient people, they are good ancient spiritual stalwarts, but they don't know what is modern anatomy. They both are running like a parallel railway tracks. Where parallel railway track, they don't meet only together. But the need of the hour is this, where whether you are in online platform or offline platform, at least we need to bridge the gap. Bridging the gap between the modern and the ancient will help us to know this yoga philosophy, yoga science in a better way. That makes us really a better person, better yoga doctor, yoga naturopath. If you want to become a good naturopath, you need to know how to connect the ancient with the modern. But unfortunately, no college of BNYS is teaching this connecting business. This everybody will come and teach you anatomy, physiology, everything. Modern people, they come and connect. They come and get connected, but they don't know how to bridge the gap. Bridging the gap, bridging the gap is the need of the hour here. So that is the reason why we are here to understand, get connected with the modern and as well as the ancient. That is why this platform and this topic, Vedangas. So Chandas is a meter, and that meter, with that meter only, I will tell you, the Sapta Chandas are there. There are many, but Vedic wisdom considers Sapta Chandas, 7 number is considered. I want to tell you something which is very, very important. Please make a note. Numerology and psychology are the two wings of the bird philosophy. Please make a note of it. Numerology and psychology, Sankhya Shastra and Manas Shastra, they are nothing but they are the most important thing. Two, they are wings of the bird philosophy. If you are a good numerologist, if you are a good mathematician, then you can be a good philosopher. If you are really a good psychologist who can understand the mind of a person, then only you can become a very good philosopher. So yoga philosophy is not separated out of this. You need to know. That's why Sapta Chandas. Why is Sapta Chandas? Sapta Nadiya, Sapta Parvata, Sapta Raga. Oh, is it not? Sare Gama Padani. Everything. Sapta Ragas. Everything is 7 7. That is why Sapta Chandas meters are also mainly 7. There are many actually. Above that, Rigveda, we find in Rigveda, there are many meters. But for the better understanding of the Vedic wisdom, we consider only Sapta Chandas. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, then Bruhati, Pankti, Trishtup, and Jagati. Add four letters to all this starting from Gayatri. 24 is Gayatri. 24 plus 4 is 28, that is Ushnik. 28 plus 4 is 32, that is Anushtup Chandas. Please know that most of our stotras, mantras are there in Anushtup Chandas, the whole of the Ramayana. The Ramayana, which contains 24,000 verses, they are all, most of them, they are in Anushtup Chandas only. Even for that matter, Mahabharata is also composed having 1 lakh verses which are there in Anushtup Chandas only. Only somewhere here and there you have variation in the Chandas. But most of them, that, for example, another one important contribution of Mahabharata is Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranama. For your information, Vishnu Sahasranama, Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaraha, Bhuta Bhavyo, Bhavat Prabhu, Bhutakrit, Bhutavrut Babu, Bhutatma, Bhutabhavanaha. Like all these shlokas are there in Anushtup Chandas only. You try to count. Later, after this class, after this webinar, you can count each and every letter. How many letters are there in Vishnu Sahasranama? One shloka. 32 only. That is Anushtup Chandas. So, Anushtup Chandas is considered as the mostly used Chandas. Even if you want to structure one shloka, Anushtup Chandas shlokas are very, very easy to remember. That's why all the Samskrita stalwarts or the Pandits, they will use this Anushtup Chandas only. It is better and easy for a learner to remember and by heart the Anushtup Chandas shloka. That's why Chandas is nothing but meter, which gives the beauty to the whole language actually. That is why it is called as Chandas. So therefore, 32 is Bruhati. Plus 30 plus 4 is equal to 36. 36 is Bruhati. Chandas. Bruhati Chandas is 36. Anushtup is 32. Bruhati Chandas is the center. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup on one side. Pankti, Trishtup, Jagati on the other side. 3, 3. In the center, we have Brihati. Brihati Chandas is connected to the Vayu in the body. It is called as Pranadeva, Brihati. That's why in Rigveda we have a beautiful yajna called as Brihati Sahasra Yajna. All the 1,000 mantras of Rigveda mantras which are composed in Brihati Chandas are taken for the Yajna Havis. That is why Brihati Sahasra. Brihati is considered as center. In Hatha Yoga Pratipika also you say that Yavan Naiva Pravishati Charan Maruto Madhyamarge Yavat Bindarna Bhavati Dradaf Pranavata Prabandhat. Pranavayu has to be brought into center. That is where Chandas meter, that is Brihati Chandas, is considered as the center. It is the Devata who is Tattvabhimani Devata is Vayu. Vayu Devata is the one who is representing Brihati. So, Yavan Dindurna Bhavati Dradaf Pranavata Prabandhat Yavat Dhyane Sahaja Sadrisham Jayate Naiva Tattvam Tavat Gnanam Vardi Tatadam Dambhamitya Pralapaha. Swatmarama says this, the essence of Hatha Yoga Pratipika. So, the essence of all the chandas is there in center. That is Brihati Chandas. Brihati, if you add another 4 letters, it becomes Pankti Chandas. Pankti, if you add another 4, it becomes 44. That is Trishtup Chandas. Trishtup, if you add another 4, it becomes Jagati. There are still there 52, that is 48 plus 4, 56, Shakvari, Atishakvari, Ashiti. So these are all the chandas. Further, there are many, many chandas. Shakvari, Atishakvari, Ashiti, Atyashiti. So like that, it is going to go around. But 7 chandasas are very important. Chandas means meter. That becomes the important anga here. That's why Vedanga is connected to this. Okay? Jyoti. Then chandas. After this chandas, we completed Shiksha, Vyakarana, and Chandas. Right? So I cannot go. Each and every subject is ocean by itself. It is like Sapta Samudra. Oh, again, see, we can connect this 6 Shadangas to the 6 important chakras, Shat Chakra sadhana, like, you know. And Samudras are also there. Each one is representing its own in the form of ocean. So Shiksha is over, Vyakarana is over, Chandas is over. Now let us go to Nirukta. What is Nirukta? Nirukta means, it is told, it is mentioned in the Shastras. Akshara Samyat Nirbruyat. Nachaivana Nirbruyat. Without breaking the word, without going into the etymology of the word, don't interpret anything from the Vedic wisdom. See, I told you, for Vyakarana, Panini, we consider. For Chandas, we consider Pingala. Pingala is the Rishi. Chandas Shastra, he is considered as very famous. For Vyakarana, Panini. For Nirukta, It is Yaskacharya. Yaska. He said this, Akshara Samyat Nirbruyat, Nachayvana Nirbruyat, without going into the etymology of the word, don't even interpret, because Yaskas Nirukta. Nirukta etymology is the beauty of the language, where only Samskrita is based on etymology, no other language. If I tell you body, B-O-D-Y, English, body means what? Body means body, that's all. Body means body. There is no further breaking of the word body, B-O-D-Y. What do you mean by that? Nothing else. Body means body, that's all. There is no further meaning. But if you come to the Samskrita word Sharira, you can call it as Sharira, but Sharira has got that etymological meaning. What is the etymology of the word Sharira? Shiryate iti Shariram. That which has got the tendency to disintegrate itself every second, every moment. The body is undergoing degeneration or disintegration. Is it not? That is why it is called a Sharira. Is it not the beauty of the word Samskrita? See how beautifully Samskrita is based on etymology only. The one and the only language which is based on etymology is Samskrita. That's why Nirukta. Nirukta means etymology. Nirukta Shastra. The Acharya, who is very famous Rishi, is Yaskacharyas. Yaskacharyas Nirukta. So that's why Akshara Samyat Nirbruyat. Nachaiva na Nirbruyat. That is the reason why we take the help of Nirukta Shastra. But unfortunately now, in our Samskrita in olden days, we had 12,000 dhatu patas, dhatus. Dhatu means the root word. So which helps the Nirukta to derive that word. But 12,000 dhatu pata. But unfortunately, I will tell you, now in Samskrita language, we have only 2,000. Not more than 2,000 dhatu patas are available. We don't know the reason why we lost all those 10,000 words, etymology only. We are not in a position to utilize those words. We don't know only. First of all, we don't know. And many of us, we don't know that we don't know. That is still more dangerous. First of all, many of us, we don't know that there were 12,000 dhatu patas. And now remaining is only 2,000 dhatu pata. That also we don't know. We don't know that we don't know. That's why it is most dangerous and blunder. He who knows not and knows not that he knows not is a fool. Shun him. This is where from the Bible. You get it from the Bible, is it not? This is a statement told in the Bible. But I will give you a shocker of this 1 hour. It is told by not Bible. Bible has stolen the statement from Upanishad, Kena Upanishad. Avignatam vijanatam, vignatam avijanatam. This is the beauty. Where Upanishad Kara says, Kena Upanishad, Talavakara. It is called as Talavakara Upanishad, which is belonging to Samaveda. Samaveda Kara, where in one of the division of Samaveda, Talavakara Upanishad is called as Kena Upanishad. In that Kena Upanishad, it says, Avignatam vijanatam, vignatam avijanatam. What do you mean by that? One who says, I don't know, he knows. One who says, I know, he doesn't know. What do you mean by this? It's a riddle. One who says, I don't know, he says he knows. One who says, I know, he says he don't know. What do you mean by this? That means we should know that, first we should know that we know not. What we know not, first we should know that I don't know. One who says, I don't know, he knows. What he knows? He knows that he knows not. This is the beautiful way that word Nirukta has come. Yaskacharya has given this Nirukta. So therefore, Kenopanishad is one of the Upanishad, and that is where the statement is taken in the Bible as he who knows not and knows not that he knows not is a fool, shun him. So this is how our Bharatiya Sanatana Dharma, Sanatana Vidya like Vedangas, they are all going to help us in understanding the modern and as well as the ancient scriptures. If you know Samskrita, you can learn any language in this world within 15 days. because the root of all the languages are there in Sanskrit only. The root of all languages. You have contribution. You have contribution of Sanskrit in all languages. That is how Sanskrit is considered as the most important language, which is compatible to the computers also. Computers, they consider Sanskrit as the most scientific language. Is it not? The way how the word Varna, Swara, everything coming from Talavya, Murdhanya, Vosh, from the tongue, from the Voshta, Murdhanya, everywhere, Kanthya, all these, all the Varnas, Vargiya Venjana, Avargiya Venjana, they are all coming from where, which part of your oral. That is what is anatomy. That is how where perfect scientific way of understanding this beautiful word Chandas. Nirukta. Nirukta is the word where it is going to give us the meaning. Nirukta. After Nirukta, Jyotisha. Comes Jyotisha. Jyotisha means what? Jyotisha means many people consider it or misconceive it, or in a wrong notion they consider it as it is astrology only. No, astrology with astronomy. That is only Jyotisha Shastra. Jyotisha means Sarvesham Jyotir Bhavati. That means that which gives a torch to the person who is going to walk on the path of spirituality. Jyotisha is like torch bearer. It is like a torch. That's why Jyotir Vignana we call it as. Not Jyotisha. Jyotir Vignana. Jyotir Vignana is science of astronomy. Science of astronomy is going to help you to walk throughout your life with a greater awareness and greater precaution. That is why Jyotisha, Jyotir Vignana. For that, we have so many people, is it not? For Jyotisha, we have so many people who are going to help us in making this Jyotish Shastra very, very significant. For Jyotisha, like Varaha Mihira, is it not? Aryabhata, Varaha Mihira, Aryabhata, then Bhaskaracharya. Yes, so many people are there who have contributed to the field of Jyotisha Shastra or Jyotir Vignana. Bhrigu, Bhrigu Rishi is considered as the greatest Jyotir Vignani. So we have Bhrigunadi, Bhrigunadi, Shukranadi, Bhrigunadi, where we have a beautiful dwelling of a person. You just say, you need not say anything, just sit in front of the person expert who is giving Shukranadi. They will tell you all your name, your family member's name. It is their expertise in Kanchipuram. I don't know how many of you know Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu. So there are many, many great Bhrigunadi, Shukranadi people who are going to tell you all your past, present, and even future. Future is a little difficult to predict. It depends on the person who is having Siddhi. Only he can. Otherwise, past is very easy to predict just by looking at your face. So 100% you can. The contribution of Bhrigu, the contribution of Varahamihira, contribution of Bhaskaracharya, and contribution of Arbata. That's why we have a division called as Varahamihira. VMAC VTR. VMAC means Varahamihira, Advanced Center for Vedic Technology and Research. It is there only in our SVS University. This is a division where we are trying to improve this division of VMAC VTR. VMAC VTR is headed by our Acharya Ramachandra Bhattji, and we are all there, many faculties who are contributing their knowledge of astronomy and astrology in understanding the human diseases. And how do we come out of that? How do we contribute? Not only medicine, not only naturopathy, not only yoga therapy techniques. This is also another one technique, Jyotir Vignana or Jyotisha or Jyotirapati. We can call it as naturopathy. We have naturopathy, homeopathy, all pathies we have. So we can call this as Jyotiropathy or Jyotirvignanopathy. So this is another way of interpreting or taking this in a therapeutic way. That is where Jyotirvignana comes into picture. Jyotisha. So Bhaskaracharya, Varahamihira, Brihajataka, Varahamihira is going to help you in understanding all this. These are all nothing but cosmic movements, because whoever is there on this earth, we are influenced by the cosmic movement rays. That we need to understand. Everyone is affected on by the cosmic movement. So if you understand the birth time chart, place, everything, then you can get a better guidance, better way of how do we make our life still more better. So this is what where Jyotisha is going to help us. After Jyotisha, then Kalpa. Already we finished Shiksha, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandas, Jyotisha. Now comes the word Kalpa. Kalpa means ritual practice. Kalpa means rituals, ethics in the rituals. How do we make it more systematic, disciplinary? In a yajna, what are all the things which are disciplinary rules and regulations, and what are the ethical values which are done in yajna? What is ethical? What is non-ethical? What is ritual? What is not ritual? To have a guideline, to have a perfect pakka design for executing or doing a yaga, yagna, homa, havana, anything. That is where Kalpa is going to give us the beauty here. Kalpa is going to give this important. Kalpa Sutras are there. It is like, small aphorisms, like mnemonics. So you have mnemonics to understand, make it a sutra. So to understand this applied science of Vedas, you need to have this sacrificial ceremonies, and the birth, marriage, death, everything you calculate there, and for that you find a solution, and personal conduct through various life stages. We are going to take this in our Janma Kundali, as per our Janma Jataka Kundali, where on the birthday we conduct Ayusha Homa, Mrityunjaya Homa, is it not? So, for all this, what is the rituals? That is what is Kalpa Sutras. Kalpa Sutras are divided into Shrauta Sutras and Smarta Sutras. Shrauta, Smarta Sutras, Grihya Sutras are there, Dharma Sutras are there, Dharma Shastra, that which gives us Dharma Sutras. So that's why Shrauta Sutra, Smarta Sutra, Grihya Sutra, Dharma Sutras are there in this. So this is where how this Kalpa is going to give us a beautiful base for executing Yaga, Yagna, Homa, Hamana. So these are in short. I have taken just 1 hour. Now it is time 12:02. Let us open the session for discussion for another 10 minutes. Whoever is listening, So I want them to participate. I did not want to make it as more interactive. Then it becomes a little bit non-communicative session because we are online. If you were to be in offline, I would have asked each and everyone to your face and pointing yourself there. Because we are all on online session, listening first is very important. And I know that you are all making notes of these points, whatever it is. Now you have the session open, the stage open for discussion and interaction. So I want you to interact now. Yes, please. Anybody who are online and even who are just being projected, you can ask this question. So I think Arpit, if you can take up some of the questions which are posted in the chat box also, you can, that is fine. Right? Hope I am audible. Is it?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Yes. Okay, you can take up. Just I have gone superficially exploring Vedangas. Each one of that will take one session. Only on Shiksha I can talk 1 hour. Only on Vyakarana 1 hour. Only on Chandas 1 hour. 1 week of these Vedangas we can make it. So please come out with the questions or your opinions. You can comment also.
There are four Vedas, sir. You said that Atharva Veda is excluded. Can you explain us why?
Because Atharva Veda comes from Atharvana Rishi. Chaturmukha Brahma directly gave this knowledge to Atharvana Rishi. Atharvana Rishi Prokta Veda is Atharva Veda, which contains most of the practices what we consider in Shilpa Shastra, Atharva Veda, that is architecture, everything is there in that Atharva Veda. Okay. Shilpa Shastra, Atharva Veda has this Shilpa Shastra as main and including many of the Vamachara. Vamachara means that is where magic, that is black magic, what you call it as. That knowledge is there in Atharva Veda. That's why we say in Kannada, Yunyakole Atharvatara Martana anta. Atharvatara Madodu andre, that is going in a wrong direction. That means not all Atharva Veda mantras are in wrong direction, but there are many beautiful Prana Sutras are there. Prana Veda, Prana Vidya is also there in Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda, it is excluded from the mainstream because it is directly spoken from the Chaturmukha Brahma to the Atharvana Rishi. Atharvana Rishi Prokta Veda is Atharva Veda. Otherwise, literature is only of two types: prose and poetry. That's all. Prose is Yajurveda, poetry is Rigveda. For the same prose or poetry, if you add Gana, it becomes Sama. Atharva Veda is a collection of knowledge, of mixture of all the concepts, so many other concepts, including Ayurveda is mentioned in Atharva Veda. So Ayurveda is Upaveda of Rigveda and as well as Atharva Veda. You got it? So this is how it is not included. Otherwise, that's why Tri Vidya, Veda Tri Veda. That's why in Bhagavad Gita I told you, Ruksa Mayajure Vacha, Krishna says. He does not mention Atharva Veda. But it is an essential division part of Vedic knowledge. So you need to know that Vedic divisions are 4, Vedas are 3. Right? Thank you. Anybody else? Please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma. Namaste. Please tell your name.
Farhana.
Okay, Farhana. Namaste. Greetings. Tell me.
How to apply the astrology in clinical diagnosis, sir?
That's what. Clinical. Yes.
Manjunath
Astrology.
sir, namaste. Puneet here.
Namaste. Heli, sir.
Sir, I think I would happy to repeat the experience you last time ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ sir on the vaccination followed with the
Yes.
that will help our student to think about that, sir.
Our
Please.
student only, Dr. Ramesh Rao, who was doing his PhD thesis here. He has done this. Dr. Ramesh Rao, who happens to be a veterinary director. Actually, he is retired, but still he pursued his PhD here in Esvyasa. And what was his topic means vaccinating in the right kala and wrong kala. That is in Rahu Kala vaccination done, and in good Muhurta where vaccination is done, which is going to be very effective. Oh, he has written paper. You can search for that, ma, in journals, definitely PubMed, wherever, in yoga journals. So you can find his thesis done by Dr. Alex Hankey and Dr. Ramesh Rao, everyone. So they have done it in a very beautiful way. Astrology is going to help clinically. Not I am telling. Vagbhata says in Ayurveda only. In Ayurveda, he says about how these astronomical revelations are going to help the Ayurveda Vaidyas to take up which disease, to which disease we should not give much importance. Asadhya Vyadhis, Sadhya Vyadhis. How it is Sadhya? Amarmago Alpahetuscha. So that's why he says where it is having less symptoms and where Graheshu Anukuleshu. Graheshu Anuguneshu Ekamargaha Navaha Sukaha Graheshu Anuguneshu means astronomically birth chart. If the planets are there in favorable position, definitely that person can get treated very easily. Graheshu Anuguneshu. So Farhana ji, just know that this is the most important aspect of our astronomy, where it can be applied therapeutically also. Therapeutically also astronomy is done. That's why this VMAC VTR division what we have here, we have astrologers, astronomers, and even the specialists who are good at yaga, yagna, homa, hamana, and Ayurveda people. Even I am also involved in that VMAC VTR, how to execute that. How to execute that Jyotish Shastra or Jyotir Vignana Shastra in implementing. That is why we have many papers here. One of the example is what Punit told is about this vaccination. Is it not? That vaccination done in the Shubha Muhurta gave a good result. That vaccination done in wrong Muhurta, Rahukala, did not give the proper result. This is how it was proved. So that's why there are many opportunities for all young naturopaths and as well as yoga clinical students. So you have to take up in a very big way. It is a big ocean. In 1 hour, how much I can give you? I can give you a bindu from Sindhu. Sindhu is an ocean. In that ocean, I can give you a drop of that. So this is what is just a trailer. Picture abhi baki hai bahut.
Sir, namaste, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma.
I'm Dr. Padma Shri.
Padma Shri. Yes, ma. Namaste. Yes.
Namaste, sir. Sir, you told about numerology and psychology, that is Manashastra and
Sankhya Shastra.
Sankhya Shastra. They are interconnected. How it is actually?
Yes, ma. Why it is?
Numerology, I was
Yes.
not believing in that.
Ah,
But after,
okay.
yes, sir.
I will tell you how numerology is going to be very important. Whether you believe it or not, it is going to function. See, it is not based on our belief. If you don't believe, numerology will not work on you. It's not like that. I will tell you why there is in Mahabharata only 18 parvas. Why Bhagavad Gita has only 18 adhyayas. Why not 19? These are the ways. How Puranas are, how many Puranas are there? Ashtatasha Puranas. Why Veda Vyasa did only 18 only? There is a beautiful adhyatma behind that number 18. Ankeyalli adhyatma. If you are a Kannadiga, please read that. Written by my Guru Bannanje Govindacharya. Ankeyalli adhyatma. Anki andanenu numbers. Numbers alli enide adhyatma. If you are where you are placed in Mangalore, definitely in Mangalore bookstores you will get it. You will get that book. Ankeyalli adhyatma. You take odi adal gottagutte. Every number has got some spiritual inclination. That's why number 18 is, I will tell you why number 18 means. Number 18 means 18 is the topmost spiritual height we can reach. 18 is Paramatma. 17 is Prakriti, Lakshmi. 16 is the soul. 16 is the number which is representing soul. Adike Shodasha Samskara now namagirodu. 16 ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳೇ ಇರೋದು ನಾವು. 16 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜೀವ, 17 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ, 18 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ. 16 is trying to reach 18. Once you reach 18, that is the end of your spiritual journey. There is no number 19 in this spiritual life. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸ ಋಷಿ he selected numbers. That's why numerology and psychology, Manashastra is very important. If you can't read the mind of a person, how can you become a good philosopher? You matadade beda. You need not speak with anyone. If you're just observing someone who is coming to you, before he reaches you, you can judge, for what purpose you have come. Idu Manashastra. This is the knowledge. This is the psychoanalysis of human race. That is why Bhagavad Gita is also depicting the psychoanalysis of human race only. That is why all this numerology and psychology are the two wings of the bird philosophy. If the philosophy bird has to fly high, it has to flock its wings. Andre, you should be an expert numerologist, expert mathematician, and an expert psychologist. Only can become a good philosopher. Artha aita nimge? This is
Yes,
how
sir. Yes.
numerology and psychology will be connected in so many ways. In so many ways. You read that book, ma. If you are a Kannadiga, Kannada ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ನಾನು
ಅಂಕೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಭಂಡಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮನ್ನಂಜೆ ಗೋವಿಂದಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಬರೆದಿರೋದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನಾನು. ಸಪ್ತ ಋಷಿ, ಸಪ್ತ ಛಂದಸ್, ಸಪ್ತ ರಾಗಾಸ್, ಸಪ್ತ ಸ್ವರಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏಳನೇ ಯಾಕೆ? ಏಳೇ ನದಿ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು? ಗಂಗೆ ಚ ಯಮನೆ ಚೈವ ಗೋದಾವರಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನರ್ಮದೇ ಸಿಂಧು ಕಾವೇರಿ ಜಲೇಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಸನ್ನಿಧಿಂ ಕುರು. ಸಪ್ತ ಋಷಿಗಳು, ಏಳೇ ಋಷಿಗಳನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಶ್ಯಪೋತ್ರಿ ಭರದ್ವಾಜ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಮಿತ್ರೋತ ಗೌತಮ, ಯಮದಗ್ನಿರ್ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಸಪ್ತೈತೆ ಋಷಯ ಸ್ಮೃತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ 7 number ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಎವರಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. Right? Please explore on that. This is just a motivation class which I am taking 1 hour for all of you to get motivated in this regard, in this direction. Please go with that. So you can explore. It is an ocean. That's why exploring Vedanga Santa topic kotidare. That exploration will never end. Always it is going to be an amazing journey in exploring this Vedangas. Okay. Anybody else?
ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಶಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತರಿಸ್ದೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾಪಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಓದಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ತಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರು.
ಪರಹಸ್ತ ಗತಂ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಕೈ ಹೋದ್ರು ಮುಗೀತದು, ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅದು.
ವಿತ್ತ ವನಿತಾ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಪರಹಸ್ತಂ ಗತಂ ಅನ್ನೋ.
ಹೌದು.
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಪಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡಿ ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉಡುಪಿಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ.
ಓಕೆ, that's all. Sure, sir. Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. Thanks all from my side.
Okay.
Arpit.
Yes. Let us hope we can meet sometime offline also, if possible.
Definitely, sir. Ikkade sir Mangalore kade barakiruvaga heli sir. Will
kandita. Sure. Usually once in a year I go to SDM and even Alvas. From past 3 years I have been going.
So next Alvas side ಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿ sir. One day we can visit college.
Alvas. So
SDM ಗಿಂತ Alvas will be the nearest namge. So I can make all the arrangements for you to visit.
I can come.
Definitely. Yeah.
Also.
Definitely. Sure, sir.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you,
once
sir.
Again, thank you very much, Puneet, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
We can conclude formally. Arpit.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma. Yes. You have some question. Yeah.
So one more question. Is there any influence of planets on health and diseases?
Your voice is breaking, ma. Just. Heli.
Is there any influence of planets on health and diseases?
Is there any instance of?
Influence of planets.
Is there any influence of planets on health and disease?
Ayyo. ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ. ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರಹೇಶು ಅನುಗುಣೇಶು ಏಕದೋಷ ಮಾರ್ಗ ನಮಃ ಸುಖ ಅಂತ ವಾಗ್ಭಟ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಗ್ರಹೇಶು ಅನುಕೂಲೇಶು ಸಾಧ್ಯವ್ಯಾಧಿ. ಸಿ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್, ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್, ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಯಾಪ್ಯ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಾಖ್ಯೇಯ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೋ, ದೇರ್ ಬೈ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಯೂರಬಲ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಗವರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟ್ಸ್, ಕಾಸ್ಮೋಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅರ್ತ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಫಾಲೋ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರಹಣ, ಎಸ್, the planetary movements and its radiations, everything we have to take care. The cosmic rays, it affects on the living entities on this earth. That's why Jataka, based on that particular date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, we can infer so many things. Is it not? That is where you have to have that faith actually. Yes, it is a science actually. Jyotirvignana is a science. It is not just a superstition. No, 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 not at all. There are many papers. What's your name, ma? Nimesru? I think she is disconnected. Okay.
The last question. Last one question.
Helipa, Arpit.
Sir, from student side.
Yes, yes. Please.
Hello, sir. In Veda tree, there are 4 Vedas and 4 Upavedas are there. How they are correlated, sir?
How they are?
Correlated.
Why not? Vedas having Upavedas. Rigveda the Upaveda, Ayurveda ne. Ayurveda. Upaveda means they give the knowledge of Ayurveda to. Yajurveda Upaveda is Stapatya Veda. Samaveda Upaveda is Gandharva Veda. Is it not? So like this, here Upavedas are nothing but the topics which are dealt in a sub way. That means Upaveda also is going to give you the complete knowledge. So this is where Vedas are connected with Upavedas. Upaveda means sub. Under that, the main knowledge, Rig Veda, Archyate iti Rik. That is glorifying the deities, glorifying the Paramatma. That is only there in Rig Veda mantras. That is why first sukta is only Agni. Agni Mile, Purohitam, it is there. So glorifying the Agni, Vayu, Varuna, Indra. So like that. Okay. So Vedas and Upavedas, they are connected, interconnected.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, we had learned about Vedas and Vedangas in our usual regular classes, but your webinar, it was very informative and it gave us even more knowledge about it, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
There are still so many things to explore about the Chandas, mantras, and Sapta Dhatus. See, Sapta Dhatus are there in Ayurveda. Rasarakta Mamsa Meda Asti Majja Shukra. Sapta Dhatus are connected with Sapta Ragas. Sapta Ragas are connected with Sapta Chandas. And these Chandas are going to make an impact if you, through music. Music is also Raga therapy. Raga can be taken as therapy. That's why Raga di Rogan, Satata Anushaktan, it says. Raga leads to Roga. Raga means not music raga. Raga means that Icha, Dvesha, all this. That is want and likes and dislikes, everything. So that Raga is going to help in curing the disease. But we have to explore those Ragas along with Chandas and Saptadhatus.
Sir, adane basic itkondo Yanapoi has started certificate course in music therapy, sir.
Yes, ma. Madi.
Start madi. Agide, sir. Already certificate course has been started under music therapy.
So beautiful. You can explore so many things and you can write so many papers. You can bring out so many papers on that. With all the, I'll tell you, in Aitareya Upanishad, there is a mention of the Chandas, which Chandas is going to help in which classification of the disease. It says, okay, for Charma Roga, see, Trishtup Mamsam, Anushtup Snavani. Anushtup Chandas is going to help you in neurological deficit. See, it is mentioned. Anushtup Snavani, Trishtup Mamsam. Okay. So therefore, Twak, Charma, Gayatri Chandas. Mantras are going to affect in Charmagata Roga. So these are all there already put the concept or the hypothesis in Upanishads. But only thing is we need an Ayurveda physician. We need an astronomer who is good in astrology, and a musicologist should get together in a single platform and try to share their knowledge and bring out a new ray of knowledge or therapy module for that matter. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your beautiful insights. I'm here to going to conclude the session.
Yeah, please.
Sir, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಿಂದು ಅಂತ. It's ಬಿಂದು ಅಂತ is like whatever the knowledge you have shared is like Swarna Prashana. It's like in the form of bindu only. But we have to go in detail to understand all this essence.
Yeah. This is just like a tip of an iceberg. This is just a tip of an iceberg. Ashte.
Heartfelt thank you, sir, to Dr. Manjunath Gurraj for sharing insights on Vedanga. Your words have not only enlightened us but also created the bridge between the ancient and modern science. As indeed the disciple of Dr. Bananje Govindacharya has become our guru today. With your blessings, sir, thank you once again for enriching our minds and souls with the wisdom of Vedanga. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And I also extend my thanks to.
Yes.
I also extend my thanks to the Yenapa University Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Chancellor, all the members, and Dr. Punit Raghavendra sir, our beloved principals.
Yes.
Created this platform, and also the other faculty members who joined to online and who supported me throughout the sessions, and also extending the thanks to the office staff as well as IT department for creating the platform. Thank you everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We'll close the session with Shanti Mantra. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaः. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Thank you once again, Dr. Puneet, Dr. Arpit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Namaste.